What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I have a video that's been very highly requested. Last year I did this for 2023, predicting the top 15 pound for pound at the end of next year, 2024. So my last video on this a year ago, I ended up predicting that Islam would be the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. John Jones would be number 2, Alexander Volkanovski would be number 3. Then I had some absolute bullshit riding through the rest, so we're not going to talk about that, dude. We're going to talk about 2024's pound for pound ranking. So I'm going to start off with number 1. I think Islam Makhachev is still going to be the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. I think this dude is going to be a double champ by the end of 2024. If you saw my video last week, you guys know that I think this guy's going to end up being double champ by the end of this shit. So I think he's going to be pound for pound #1 in the world. And right behind him, I do think that we're going to see, bruv, that's 9 years in a row, bro. You put me on a fucking pound for pound list, bro. I truly believe I deserve to be #1, bro. I'm going to put Leon Edwards in at number 2. I think because he's going to be a welterweight champion with a title defense probably, in the early part of the year, and then go on to fight Islam. I think the UFC will just copy the fucking script that they did last year with Volkanovski versus Makhachev and just be like, pound for pound #1 versus pound for pound #2. Let's do it. You know what I mean? So I think that's what they're going to do. And this time Makhachev's going to win the belt, and it's going to be him as the double champ #1. Edwards is going to be number 2. Coming in at number 3, and I do think John Jones is going to retire, so he is not on this list because I think he will retire by the end of the year. He will be completely removed from the list. Number 3, I know you're gonna be mad about this. Sean O'Malley will be number 3. I think Sean O'Malley's getting 2 title defenses in 2024, and I think he's gonna beat Chito Vera by decision, and then I think he's gonna KO Marab, and maybe he beats Corey Sandhagen by the end of the year as well. I really think Sean O'Malley is gonna go on a great run this year. And I think he's going to end up in the top 5 pound for pound. Dana White loves him. He's a very underrated fighter in terms of his actual skills and abilities. And I do think we're going to see a breakout year from Sean O'Malley in terms of his actual fighting abilities. I'm putting him in at number 3. Let's move in to number 4. And again, I know this is going to look fucking crazy, but if I'm right, I look like a genius, dude. Number 4, I'm putting Ilia Topuria, dude. I'm putting Topuria. I think he's going to beat Volkanovski at 298. I really do. I think he's going to beat Alexander Volkanovski. Maybe he wins a rematch, or maybe he defends the belt later in the year, or he just holds onto it for a while. I could definitely see him doing something like that, to be honest. So my pick for number 4 is Ilia Topuria after he puts on a shocking performance against Alexander Volkanovski. Coming in at number 5. Trust, I manifested this, botched. I know that this looks fucking ridiculous in 2023, but just listen to the script, dude. If Israel Adesanya comes back and wins the belt, he's going to be put back into the top 5. You know how Dana White fucking works. You know Dana White is going to put this guy as high as he can straight away. He can't put him above his boy O'Malley. He can't put him above Topuria for beating Volkanovski, which is what the UFC wants. I think the UFC wants this pound for pound list, and I do think something similar is going to happen this year. But yeah, I do think Adesanya is going to come back and he's going to KO the winner of Dricus du Plessis versus Sean Strickland, which I will talk about in this video as well. At number 6, I think this is a pretty fair placement. I'm going to put Tom Aspinall. I don't want to be number 6 pound for pound. I think I'd like to be on the WMMA pound for pound list. I think I should take out Wei Li Zhang before I earn the right to be in the top 6 of the pound for pound. It's a huge accomplishment, and I don't want to rush things. I want to take it nice and slow. But unfortunately, Tom Aspinall, you will end up in the top 6 of the pound for pound list. I think he's going to get another win this year. Maybe he ends up fighting Cyril Gane or, Jailton Almeida defending the interim belt. He could end up having a super fight with Alex Pereira. That's a possibility, and I think that would definitely shoot him up into the top 5 because I do think he would beat Alex Pereira pretty handedly. And with that being said, I think number 6 for Aspinall is a pretty fair placement considering the year that he's had already. And he's probably going to have an even bigger year in 2024. Maybe ending up as the heavyweight champion of the world. If there's a vacation and he gets to fight for the belt before the end of the year, I could definitely see Aspinall being the real heavyweight champ by the end of 2024. So I'm going to put him in at number 6. I think that's pretty fair. All right, let's move on to number 7. Finally, a guy that's high on the list in real life. Volkanovski, I think he's going to end up at number 7 by the end of the year. Still not a bad spot. His only loss this year will probably be to Ilia Topuria. He may beat him in a rematch or something like that, and he could swap spots with Ilia. That's pretty fair. But I'm just going to make a bold prediction that I think Topuria beats him. and keeps the belt by the end of the year, and we see Alexander Volkanovski kind of start to decline a little bit, like we already have. I know that the Islam fight, it was short notice, but I think we are seeing that as he gets older, it's probably going to happen now, if it's ever going to happen. So I think Topuria will beat him, and we'll see Volkanovski around that number 7, maybe number 6 spot if they're being generous, but I think 6 or 7 is where he'll end up at the end of the year. But I like Volk. I want to be wrong about that. I really do. All right, number 8, we're going to put Paddy Pimblett. No, I'm just kidding, dude. All right, number 8, I'm going to put Jamahal Hill. I think Jamahal Hill is going to beat Alex Pereira if they fight this year. I really do, and I think he could beat Yuri Prohaska as well. Jamahal Hill is a very, very high-level fighter. Very good striking. He does like to cry and complain about it on Instagram, which is pretty fucking annoying. Like, I saw this guy drop a fucking Instagram reel. I'm like, I open my shit, I see the Instagram reels. This guy's doing a little fucking TikTok about, like, statistically, I haven't been hit as hard as Alex Pereira. Like, I've never been rocked, wobbled, or stunned in a fight. It's like, dude, you're a fucking UFC champion. Why are you making a video crying, complaining about people, saying Alex Pereira is a better striker than you? He's a glory double kickboxing champion. He's supposed to be a better striker than you. Maybe you beat him by knockout, right? But just, I don't know. I think it was hella sensitive the way he handled it. I know he's like a UFC fighter or whatever, but like, fuck, dude. It's not that fucking deep, dude. You should have got in there and been like, me personally, best purple belt of all time. I would have got in there and be like, we'll see when we fight, and I'll knock him out. Trust. I would have gone Izzy mode on him. That would have really set him off. So, Jamahal Hill, if you want some promo lessons, bro, let me know. But right now, I'm gonna put you at number 8 because I think he will actually beat Alex Pereira. That's the thing. When I call him sensitive, it's like, bro, you don't need to be. You're actually good. Like, you're probably gonna beat Alex Pereira. So, I'm gonna put Jamahal Hill at number 8, and right behind him, show him, Adesanya. I'm going to put Alex Pereira at number 9. I think he will lose potentially 2 fights this year, at least. I think he could win one maybe and then lose to Jamahal Hill and Tom Aspinall. Maybe he loses to Aspinall but beats Jamahal Hill, and those two can swap spots. But I do think we're going to see a bit of a decline for Alex Pereira as he gets older. And the Tom Aspinall fight, if that happens, that's a really bad idea in my opinion. I think we're going to see his longevity really decrease if he fights Tom Aspinall, because I think he'll get chinned or some shit, to be honest. So hopefully I'm wrong, but I think we're going to see a bit of a downfall for the Alexes in 2024. Let's move on to my number 10 pick. And this man is one of the most underrated UFC champions in the world. I'm putting Pantoja at number 10. I think he's going to rack up some title defenses this year, and I think he's going to stay the flyweight champion. I will do a video about predicting my champs for the end of the year if you guys want that. Let me know in the comments, but I do think Pantoja is going to rack up some defenses. I think he's going to put another one on Brandon Moreno's head, and I think we could also see him fight maybe Muhammad Makayev by the end of the year. I have some opinions on that fight. I want to do a video about some stuff like that, but I do think if it's just Moreno quadrilogy and maybe, I don't know, Albazi this year or somebody, or Manel Cup, maybe he fights Manel Cup, I do think we're going to see Pantoja stay as champion, rack up some title defenses, and another win over Moreno would definitely put him top 10 pound for pound. So I'm going to put Pantoja there on the list. Let's move on to number 11. All right. Guys, I know this is a bit biased, but I'm going to put literally my fucking self on the list, dude. I think so much. My English is little. I think so much. I'm going to put Charles Oliveira at number 11, dude. Okay, I think he's going to get another W. Maybe he fights, I don't know, fucking Gamrot or Gaethje. And then I think he's going to lose to Islam Makhachev. I really do. I don't think he beats Islam Makhachev. He may not even fight Islam, so he may just stay in the pound-for-pound list for all that he did at lightweight as the champ before Islam Makhachev beat him. But yeah, this is kind of just like hey, he's still one of the best fighters in the UFC. I'll put him in at number 11. I don't necessarily think he's going to have a good or bad crazy year in 2024. I think he'll just kind of have an average year, maybe a win or two and maybe a loss. Like, that's about it. So Oliveira, he's going in at number 11, especially for everything that he's done already. Number 12. I know, man, this sucks to say. Here's the fucking thing, right, dude? I'm probably going to be fucking number 12, dude. Listen, dude, I think I should be top 10, dude, but, it is what it fucking is, right, dude? I'm going to put Sean Strickland at number 12. And I don't think that he's going to beat Dricus du Plessis. I think he's going to lose to Dricus. He's going to drop a couple spots. And I think maybe after that we see him fight, I don't even know, like maybe we see him fight Jared Cannonier again, and maybe he wins that. Like that, I think we're going to see kind of just a mid kind of year for Sean Strickland as well. But I think losing the belt will put him out of those big fights that could kind of keep him higher or maybe drop him even worse. Like if he was to fight Izzy again and lose or something like that, or if he could beat Izzy again and go back up, I would say put him top 10. But I think he's going to fight Dricus, he's going to lose that, and then they'll probably go, oh, Izzy's getting a title shot. Oh, Chimaev's in the title picture, and they'll just freeze out Sean Strickland probably. So number 13, sad reality, but I think that's going to happen. Number 13. All right, I'm going to put my boy, okay. I am the Heat, brother. I am the Heat, baby. We're going to find out Saturday night. I'm going to put Max Holloway at number 13. Again, I think he's going to have a pretty chill fucking year, dude. I think he's just going to keep racking up wins at featherweight. He'll probably just beat up Josh Emmett, and maybe he fights Yair Rodriguez again, or maybe he fights Brian Ortega again. I don't know if he'll get a title shot. Maybe he will. I could see him beating Topuria, to be honest. So maybe I'll be wrong about Max Holloway and Topuria, but I think we'll have another pretty chill year from Max Holloway. I think 13 is a pretty good spot for him. Number 14, another pretty, average kind of pick. I would say, you know what? I'm going to put Aljo at 14, dude. I'm going to put Aljo at number 14. I think he's gonna beat Calvin Kattar at UFC 300. I think that's a pretty dumb matchup. It should be Ortega versus Aljo or Holloway versus Aljo, but yeah, dude, I think we're going to see Aljamain Sterling have a pretty chill year, beat up Calvin Kattar, and maybe get another fight at featherweight and win that as well. I do think we're going to see Aljo near the top of featherweight. I really do. I don't know if I said that in my video predictions last week, but I actually think Aljo's going to have a pretty good run at featherweight. So I'll give him his respect. I'll put him at number 14. The last one on the list for becoming the middleweight champion and then getting chinned by Israel Adesanya, I'm going to put Dricus du Plessis, right? Okay, I'm coming with everything I have to be number 15 in the pound-for-pound list. You know, if this guy beats Sean Strickland, he's beaten Robert Whittaker, and he has a good fight against Israel Adesanya, I think it's pretty fair to put him at number 15. And yeah, that's where I'm going to put him. That's my pound-for-pound list. We've got Dricus du Plessis, Aljo, Holloway, Strickland, Oliveira, Pantoja, Pereira, Hill, Volkanovski, and Aspinall. And then in the top 5, I got Izzy, I got Topuria, I got Sean O'Malley, I got Leon, and I got Islam as the pound-for-pound king in 2024. That's my list. Let me know yours down below. Who did I get wrong? Who did I get right? What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? Let me know your list down below. Make sure you drop a like for the daily uploads. Come on, bro. I'm fucking going crazy with this shit. Subscribe to the channel. Go watch my last video, the card builder video, if you didn't see that. And yeah, go follow me on the gram at Bedtime MMA. See you in the next video. Goodbye.